This is the sixth module of SQL Server learning series is going on, and in this video we will learn about the execution plan. So query execution plan is a ordered sets of some steps which are used to access the data from the SQL Server relational database. To understand the execution plan, we must have the knowledge of the SQL Server architecture, and SQL Server architecture we already explained in the module 3. So I will explain the execution plan using this SQL Server query architecture. This is the client part of the architecture, and this is the server part of the architecture. In the server part, there is the protocol layer, there is the relational engine, there is the storage engine, and there is the file part and the memory part. So when the client will generate a request to the SQL server, and then this request will go through different processes, and then an execution plan will be generated for this request. So suppose we will see here what the client generate the request. For example, the client will send a query. The query is like this: select country ID name from hr.country where country ID is greater than 10. This country table we already created in the trading database in earlier modules. So we'll keep continue with this example. When this query will come to the protocol layer, the protocol layer will convert into the TDS packets, and this TDS packets then will go to the relational engine, and in the relational engine the CDM parser will do some processing on this request. The CDM parser will receive these packets, and it will check the syntax of this query. Either it is follow the SQL language, and it will check the semantics that the table name and column names really exist in the database, and after all these steps is okay, then it will generate the logical steps. In the logical steps, it will separate the logical units like select, from where it will make a separate unit, and for the identifier, the tables and column name, it will make a separate unit, and for the these operators, it will make a separate unit, and these logical steps then will pass to the optimizer, and then the optimizer will go through some processes on these logical steps. What it will do, the optimizer will take these logical steps built by the parser and apply the optimized model. So what this optimizer model will do, it will evaluate various options to find out the most efficient plan, so that the accurate query result will be generated and give back to the client. The this Sometimes it may happen that the plan generated by the optimizer is inefficient. So in this case, the DBA developer should have to analyze the plan and should have to find the costly and slow operators, and find the alternates to rewrite the query so that it should be efficient. And then after that, the optimizer, what will do, optimizer will build the execution plan, and this execution plan will be the cost based execution plan. The cost based execution plan will consider the cost of the operators resources, like CPU cost, how much output cost will come to execute this query, what will be the memory cost. So the optimizer model will consider all these resources cost, and after that it will build the execution plan, and the optimizer will generate the execution plan, and this execution plan will be the estimated execution plan. The first plan which will be generated, it will be the estimated execution plan. The query still not be executed. Before executing the query, the plan will be generated, it will be the estimated execution plan, and after that this optimizer, the query executor, that will communicate with the storage engine to get the data for this query. and this after this getting data, it will update the query, and then there will be generated another plan which will be the actual execution plan. So actual execution plan will be generated after when the query will be executed. So this actual execution plan will be saved in the plan cache and the buffer pool so that it can be reused again. So in this case, when the same query will come again to the optimizer, optimizer will again generate the estimate plan for this query, and now it knows that there is a plan stored for this query in the plan cache. So so it will check with this storage engine the actual execution plan for the same query which is already stored, and it will compare the estimated plan with the actual plan. If the estimated plan generated now will be the same with the actual execution plan which is already stored, then the storage engine will reuse this stored plan. It will not generate again the actual execution plan. So it will save the overheads of regenerating the actual execution plan. It will save the input outputs. It will save the processing power. So this will make the query more efficient. So the now the query execution plan is working like this in this architecture. So we have discussed the query execution plan, and we have seen how the each part of the architecture is playing the role to generate this execution plan. So why this plan is generated? Why we need this plan? The purpose of creating the execution plan is because to identify the expensive operators, so that we can know which part of the execution plan is using more expensive operator, so that the query can be revised to overcome the expense of the operator. And these operators are input output, CPU, memory, like these kinds of operators. And the second purpose of the query execution plan is to understand the data flow, because data is passing from one steps to the other steps. So we can know the data flow steps from this query plan. And another purpose of this execution plan is to diagnose the blocking operators which are making the query slow. So from this query execution plan, we can diagnose which operator is blocking the query, which is and it's affecting the query performance. And also we can know about the states of the statistics from this execution plan, and we can find out is there any missing statistics are there, or we can also know from this execution plan the either statistics are updated or not, for because the statistics play the important role for the execution plan, and it will make the query more efficient if there are the statistics and statistics are up to date. So this is the purpose of the query execution plan. Until now, we have studied the query execution plan, and we studied all the steps of this query execution plan. Now we will go to the demo to see this query execution plan generated by the SQL Server engine.